Even Rocky Balboa knows it's rugby time in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And it's coming up next. After a 92-year hiatus, rugby is set to return to the Olympic stage in 2016. U.S. hopefuls look to pave their road to Rio here in the city of brotherly love, where 20 of the top rugby teams in the nation converge in the 4th annual Collegiate Rugby Championship.
The United States is getting a lot more excited about the sport of rugby.
There's nothing like it. The non-stop action, the adrenaline pumping.
Not many sports can you hit a guy over and over again and it's legal.
It's the best feeling in the world, hitting somebody.
It's football without pads.
It's just a big hit. It's all the adrenaline rushing through your body.
It looks like a bunch of gladiators out on the field just battling it out.
It's me against them, and I'm just going to take you down.
If you're not ready for it, then maybe rugby's not for you.
You get tired, you're in pain, you're hurting, but you got to be able to fight through it.
You got to be tough as nails. You just got to not be scared to go into contact.
Tough, quick, fast, intelligent.
Our goal is to win this championship, bring home that trophy.
NBC Sports welcomes you to Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and PPL Park on the outskirts of Philadelphia in Chester for the Collegiate Rugby Championships. The Wildcats of Arizona have made the trek from Tucson. They are getting set to play their match today, a very tough program. And Life, a school you may not know much about, getting ready in the locker room. They are very talented, certainly a threat to take home the title. But the two-time defending champions come to us from Hanover, New Hampshire in the form of the Big Green, Dartmouth. Can they make it 3 in a row? Hello once again, everyone. Todd Harris along with the former captains of USA Sevens, Brian Hightower. We talk about the sport of rugby making its return to the Olympics. That will happen in 2016. Brian, you played at the highest level. Where do you think the biggest growth has come from in this sport?
Well, absolutely. It is the youth movement and the television and the opportunities that they have now to watch rugby on TV. It's just blown up.
Right.
And kids are starting to realize how fun the sport is and that it can be played safely. And that's really leading this huge mass conversion.
This is the collegiate game today, Rugby Sevens. We've got the pool play for you, and they are very talented from top to bottom.
Yeah, take a look at Pool A, Navy and UCLA about to clash. UCLA really going to have its hands full there. California, the class of Pool C for sure. Got a little test from Kutztown, but look to be in good shape for the finals, setting up for tomorrow. Delaware is going to have to battle for this one, but they look strong and Life can't count them out. We're about to see Notre Dame and Penn State in Pool D, and that's going to decide this one. And finally, Pool B, Arizona and Dartmouth, and they're going to tangle to go 3-0. Whoever wins that game looking really strong heading into the finals on Sunday.
So there you are, the pool play. We went from 16 to 20 in the big star for the Big Green, Madison Hughes. This kid can do just about everything, and they will lean on him heavily throughout this tournament. Right now, he's standing by with our Marty Snyder.
Well, Todd, Madison Hughes certainly has established himself as one of the stars here in Philadelphia. And Madison, for folks who may be new to rugby, watching it for the first time on TV today, what can they expect?
Oh, well, Rugby Sevens is a fast-paced, free-flowing, attacking game. And really, at any point in those 40 minutes, you've got the capacity for almost anything to happen. There's a lot of, it's 14 minutes of very demanding, very hard work. And so we're having to work very hard out there. But at the same time, you know it's just 14 minutes. And so you've always got that little extra which you can push yourself to do. So it leaves a lot of opportunities out there for us.
Dartmouth, the two-time defending champions here in Philadelphia. You guys have a new coach, a much younger team this year, but you tell me you still can win it. Why?
I mean, I think we've gained confidence from all our practices, through our scrimmages and our first couple games down here in Philadelphia. You've always got to be confident, and I think that we've shown that we have the ability to play here. And so we've got a few new guys in the squad, but they're gaining confidence from game to game. And we feel that sort of we've learned from what we have, and we haven't lost that experience. It's just been transferred on to newer guys.
Todd Madison is a busy dude. He heads straight from here to San Diego to train with the US Sevens team and hope in making the World Cup.
And amidst all that, he has finals to take care of. Coming up, we'll have Notre Dame and Penn State taking to the pitch. Big rivalries all weekend long in Philly.
It would mean the world to us to win on Sunday.
We've been working very hard for years now to win this tournament.
We need to set the stage and show everybody what we're about here at Notre Dame.
We got a lot of people based out of Philly, live in Philly, so we want to win it for these guys.
We know that they're intense. We know that they're ready to play.
A lot of your family and friends are at home watching.
We're really looking forward to this tournament and winning it.
Crispin, American Hard Cider, proud sponsors of USA Rugby.
It's avocado season at Subway.
Who else but Subway?
Talk about a home run.
This super tasting superfood helps power any training routine.
To be the best, you've got to eat the best.
Try rich, creamy avocado on any of your favorite subs.
It goes great with trout.
Like on the protein-packed Subway Club. Tender roast beef, black forest ham, crisp veggies, and super tasty avocado.
Subway, the official training restaurant of Ryan Howard,
Of Mike Trout, Carl Edwards, and athletes everywhere.
The USA Sevens Collegiate Rugby Championship is brought to you by Crispin America Hard Cider, proud sponsor of USA Rugby. By Subway. Enjoy avocado on your favorites during avocado season at Subway. And by Prestone. Prestone it. Beautiful day in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where summer has certainly arrived. Temperatures to be well into the 90s as our first two teams are set to go, Penn State and Notre Dame. But first, let's take a look at the rules of Rugby Sevens. Brian Hightower, explain it to the folks who are new to this great game.
Todd, it's a simple game. 7 players on a side. The goal is to cross the goal line, touch the ball down. 5 points for a try.
7-minute halves. The key, obviously, no forward passing. But you talk about the 5 points and the 2-point conversions. We have such good competition here. Those conversions are going to be critical.
Absolutely. And some of the college kickers really not that experienced with the drop kicks. The difficult thing about a drop kick in Rugby Sevens is that the conversion has to be taken on a point from where the try was scored.
So our first match of the day will be the Nittany Lions of Penn State taking on the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. As we send it back down to the field with the head coach of Notre Dame, here's Marty Snyder.
And that would be David Fee, and we kick it off with 2 great rivalries. When you have a rival like this, David, does the intensity ramp up a little bit?
Absolutely. 2 great teams, 2 great traditions. I know our guys are looking forward to another opportunity to compete. A great Saturday, a packed house. We're really looking forward to it, and I know they're chomping at the bit.
And both of these teams, Todd, undefeated to this point. This should be a good one.
No question about it. 7-minute halves, running clock. It is continual play, and that is a very key factor. As folks think, well, it's only a 14-minute game, Brian, but it is nonstop. 14 minutes running and getting hit.
And these guys are averaging running about a mile in a game, and that's sprinting. Defensive battle on the way here. Whoever tackles best in this game is going to win.
So Penn State with possession first. And there's a lineup at the top of your screen coming through.
Penn State, their playmaker, Blaze Fury. He knows how to get it done and run in space.
And we have the benefit of having our officials mic during this game, so we will lay out and let you hear the commands throughout the game.
There's a look at Fury so far, looking for some space.
Good support there, drops it back. Remember, no forward pass in the game of rugby.
Great shoestring catch there by Greg Voigt.
Jansen now with the ball, down to the 22.
No advantage.
Referee bringing it back for a penalty, offsides against Notre Dame, so it'll be a tap.
And there are your starting lineups for the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. David Fee, the 7's head coach. Sean O'Leary, the 15's head coach.
Number 11, David Harrington, his brother Brad playing for Cal, and wouldn't they like to see each other on the field?
We'll see the Cal Bears later on today looking to make a title, and that is a costly mistake inside the 22. Remember, pushing the ball or knocking the ball forward results in a knock-on and possession going to the other team.
Both teams came away from last year's tournament here, and they didn't really you know, win any games, and they're not satisfied.
Coach! Touch! Set!
So on the restart after the scrum, it's Notre Dame turning away Penn State. It looked like they were in prime position to score, and here it is. Penn State with the turnover, but gives it right back.
Hard to hold on to. You know, these conditions, it's really humid out there. A little bit of moisture on that ball, and it starts to get hard to hold on to in the pass and also in the catching area. Penn State with the put in, deep inside Notre Dame territory.
Tunnel. Do it again.
If the ball gets fed into the scrum, Todd, and comes out the other side of the tunnel, they'll reset the scrum, make them put it in once again.
And that was Dom DeFalco, number 6. Looked to be off to the races.
Crouch.
These two teams have tangled before, and psychological edge to the person who scores first.
I'm here.
Beautiful passing by Penn State, but once again, knock on.
Now Sweeney, maybe another step to draw that defender to try to put Dan Taylor away.
All right, Brian, is this a case of excellent defense early on or just sloppy play and jitters?
No, it's been really sloppy. I think, you know, a lot on the line here. Both teams desperately wanting to get into the cup round tomorrow. And little bit of nerves, I believe.
6 blue offsides.
So Dom DeFalco coming around the side.
Yeah, you hear the offsides call there. If the ball's still in the scrum, then the scrum has to wait.
So a nice way of advancing the ball for Notre Dame.
On a penalty, if you kick the ball into touch, you get your own line out back. It's a way to eat up some possession, get some field territory, get yourself out of trouble, and that's what Notre Dame's done, a smart play.
Another way to restart the game. A line out has to go straight down the tunnel. So the Irish now off and running, crossing midfield into Penn State territory. Big stiff arm there.
Ryan Robinson looking for some help. Oh, great pick and go.
Roblo!
Byron Henry, the man on the spot.
Robinson fighting to stay in bounds.
Touch call.
And he'll go into touch. Penn State.
Watch this.
Robinson telling Dan Taylor, no thanks.
Wait.
And once again, Penn State having a hard time controlling the ball.
Total gift there to Notre Dame, and they're knocking on the door 5 meters outside the Penn State line. And you think about it, in the last few seconds of play, Notre Dame has marched about 95 meters down the field.
On the line out, stolen away by the Nittany Lions. So they turn away the Irish and give it right back. Zach Plants, perfect positioning there. Ball was not knocked forward.
Just a sloppy game so far. Well, this is just an errant pass. You know, sometimes that decision-making comes with experience and when to pass it, when to hold it. And that was definitely a holding kind of opportunity.
Crouch! Touch! Set! Get out of the 9. 9 offsides.
Offsides called. Dominic Crosaro with the infraction. So the quick restart, here comes Penn State. See if they can clean up their offense here and get a try as the first half will come to an end in less than a minute 20.
Knock on there by Ryan Mitchell. You talk about a good sevens body and number 12 from Notre Dame. That's kind of what you're looking for there. He's 6'4", 220, kind of rangy, sinewy, full of muscle and very fit. He can get up in the air and you know, that's the kind of thing that really delineates some rugby players from football players. You got to be able to move around the field.
So Penn State on the restart, trying to get things going and cleaning up their offense. Still not having any success. We remain 0-0, but a nice breakthrough run by Greg Voigt. Voigt is off to the races.
Oh, great tackle in the open field by Tom Hickey, but he unloads it.
And the first try of the game goes to the Nittany Lions after a great defensive stand. A gate try-saving tackle, but it is Dan Metcalf who takes it across.
"6'5" 245-pounder Dan Metcalf, hard to stop from Dallas, Texas. The conversion easy by Joe Sweeney.
You talk about the big uglies, 6'5", 240, running the whole field. We're at halftime, 7-0, Penn State on top of Notre Dame.
Just months out of retirement, Gary Stevens rides Oxbow towards another victory in the final chapter of the Triple Crown. Coverage begins Friday at 4 on the NBC Sports Network, leading up to the Belmont Stakes next Saturday at 5 on NBC.
It's the toughest obstacle course on Earth, and thousands have failed to tame it. Now, the world's most elite athletes will try to do what only 3 have. Did you see that? A new season of American Ninja Warrior comes to NBC July 1st.
Diamonds, half-carat solitaires, $4.99. 1 carat, $9.90. Certified 1 carats are just $19.90. Thousands of GIA diamonds, guaranteed the lowest price. The latest designer styles set while you watch. By Factory Direct, the jewelry factory in Hackensack.
Minds made. Ideas made. Breakthroughs made. Status quos erased by self-starters. Not just showing what they're made of, but what they've made. Often leading the way, always pushing forward. Forever proud of where they come from and where they're going.
Uh-oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Woo woo!
Ronnie, how happy are folks who save hundreds of dollars switching to Geico? I'd say happier than a camel on Wednesday.
Hump day!
Get happy.
Yeah.
Get Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Diamonds, half-carat solitaires, $4.99. 1 carat, $9.90. Certified 1 carats are just $19.90. Thousands of GIA diamonds, guaranteed the lowest price. The latest designer styles set while you watch. By Factory Direct, the jewelry factory in Hackensack.
It's the Yankees and Red Sox Sunday on Mic'd Up.
Well, our players were treated to Subway breakfast sandwiches this morning before the matches began. You know, Brian will tell everyone it's avocado season at Subway restaurants, so you can enjoy rich, super smooth avocado on all your favorites any time of the day or night.
$5 foot long.
Back on the pitch as we start the second half. Penn State leading Notre Dame 7-0. Todd Harris, Brian Hightower, and Marty Snyder with you here on NBC all weekend long for the Collegiate Rugby Championships. Pool play underway, such a popular event. We went from 16 teams last year to 20 teams this year. And Brian, it makes it even more difficult to advance out of the next round, because when it used to be the top 2 of every pool moved on, now it's the top team moving on and then the next best 3. And we've got a nice breakaway run right here as Blaze Fury gets the job done. Another try for the Nittany Lions.
Notre Dame defense just didn't show up there. You got to slide across, take the man in front of you, and put the guy who has the ball on the ground. And looks like a few questions there. Blaze Fury with a nice little injection of pace to dot it down. Joe Sweeney sets up for another easy conversion, and it's starting to run away from Notre Dame.
Fury, no stranger to scoring the points leader in the Big Ten tournament. He had 7 tries, 14 conversions for 51 points. So the junior from Denville, New Jersey, number 7, puts it across for 5, and here it is again.
Oof. Well, you got to move your feet when you're on defense, and the sweeper comes across and just stops, and that's when Blaze Fury takes off.
You hear a lot of coaches, and I know you've said this before, get the ball, plant your foot, and head upfield, and that's exactly what he did. Nothing fancy there.
Absolutely. The best tacklers on the field this weekend are going to be the guys who know how to move their feet, close down space for the ball carrier in front of them. Great kickoff by Sweeney.
Just crosses the 10-meter, which it actually has to do, and Notre Dame will take over here. Now they'll try to get their offense going with just 4 minutes and 45 seconds now on the clock.
Just seem to be panicking in contact a little bit right now, Notre Dame is, and you don't try to get both tries back